All right, hello everyone, and welcome to session 3 of the Iron Lions campaign of Cyberpunk Red. As you can probably tell, we're a bunch of VTubers that are running this as part of Extra Life, a children's charity event where all the donations are going towards helping out local hospitals and communities. What I would say is that every little bit helps, and if you are sort of tax minded, all donations are tax deductible. If you're interested in that sort of thing, there should be links below the stream. As I usually say at the top of the stream, it's again worth noting that some of my players are relatively new to the tabletop role playing experience. As such, expect us to go over the rules and stylistic matters frequently. And as we seem to do, we're going to get some rules wrong because we're just here to have fun. We're not here to be like strict rules lawyers. But what I would say is that if you didn't hear, our Talsorian has actually put out that the ballpark for the full rules is November 14th. So if that holds true, what'll happen is our last Jumpstart Rules session will be on Extra Life Day, November 7th. And then the following one will be all character generation with entirely, well, not new characters, but built to be, full rules, if that makes any sense. But more on that as we get closer to the date. But with that said, let's just go around and have each of my players introduce themselves and their characters, starting with Irie.
Hey everyone, I'm Ari. I am playing Demi the Nomad. She is an exotic and has a true passion for driving, and especially driving in underground circuits. And yeah, she is very much so the driver for the group.
All right, Yuma, you're next.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yuma Yamano, and I am the leader of the Iron Lions. My character is the boss, and she is also an exotic who was previously in a band, and she was kicked out of slash forced out of that band for various reasons. And now she's trying to make a name for herself as the leader of the Iron Lions, a gang, sort of, but also musicians.
Very
Well,
nice.
she is, at least. I don't know if the others would count.
No, maybe they dabble. Who knows? Case,
Yeah.
what you got going on?
Hi, I'm Case. I do things occasionally. I am playing Alcove. I am a fixer. If you want it, I got it, or I know someone who's got it.
Very nice. And last but not least, we have a new face joining us, Celadon. Please feel free.
Hello, so I'm Celadon, and I will be playing Phoenix. She is a net runner who has a bit of a strange penchant for old things, like antiques, like, I don't know, paperback novels and manga and things that you can get in physical
Aw.
form.
I love that. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool, it's such a nice character trait.
It is.
It's very sweet and it's very wholesome.
And of course, there's me, your game master ELH. And with that, let's put on the sunglasses and run our introduction.
Hell.
Share my screen as a virtual webcam and instead use that.
Oh, if you get the most updated version of OBS, it should do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
should
yeah.
probably update OBS at some point. It's been sitting on like version 8 for like 5 years.
Oh
good
God.
lord.
But yeah, welcome back, everyone. So today, if we will imagine the sort of overview of Night City, and Night City is not a nice place, but also not a bad place. Well, except if you go to the combat zones in Night City. And for those who don't know, imagine decrepit, squalid suburbs and burned out ghettos that are teeming with booster gangs and other violent sociopaths. Quite literally, there are firefights on nearly every corner as local gangs slug it out, as psychopaths and sociopaths stab passersby. There's garbage in every alleyway. There's bodies aplenty that lie in the gutters decomposing. To put it bluntly, to cross such a place is like crossing a battlefield. And you're definitely not going to get any help from Night City police here. It's not somewhere you would just casually enter if you could help it, which, ironically, makes it the perfect location for what is known as a night market. Now, all of you, minus Celadon's character, are currently in Demi's car en route to a night market that Alcove has managed to get you all access to. Now, you don't know exactly what awaits you. Every night market is different, after all. Yet, places like that are where you get to see all manner of goodies, from exotic cyberware, high-powered weaponry, rare gear, to more. And what I would say is that all of you have pinched pennies and forced down kibble this month, so that you each have 1,500 ebb to spend on whatever suits your fancy. And hell, maybe if you're lucky, you might actually find real steak. So we sort of zoom in from an aerial view of Night City to a car traveling through the combat zone. And Irie, I believe Demi was going to do a sick drift, so take it away.
I mean, how close are we to the place?
I would say you're about 5-10 minutes out.
I mean, do I have to drift? No, I kind of wanted to like end in a drift.
Okay, yeah. If you want to end in the drift, go for it.
End in a drift. Well, you can preemptively. Well, can you pre-roll it? Like just like.
We're gonna drift into a parking spot later.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Irie. How lucky do you feel?
It's not about luck when it comes to drifting with me. Okay.
Oh, it's all about skill. Hell yeah!
Let's go.
But yeah, what I would say is that, Demi, you're sort of driving along. Boss, I imagine you're probably still sitting shotgun.
Hell yeah, shotgun, window down.
Yeah,
sunglasses on, even though it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's Cyberpunk.
I think Yuma always gets shotgun.
Yes, I do. That's correct.
So yeah, you're driving along and you pass by a bunch of booster gangers going at each other with hatchets. Standard stuff for the combat zone. But as you're driving along, I would like Demi, Boss, and Alcove. I would like you all to roll me a perception check, please.
Perception.
Okay, where's that macro?
Let me find it.
Actions.
Perception.
Also, I'm going to actually remember to put on our ambient music today.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
Oh wait, I think I rolled one perception instead. Sorry.
That's fine. You rolled okay.
Hey.
Nice.
So, Demi and Alcove, what I'm going to say is that you two notice that the further you get into the combat zone, paradoxically, the less booster gangs you're seeing. As in, you're not actually seeing as much conflict as you would normally expect. So it's a little bit odd. And what I'm going to say for Boss, you don't really notice this because what happens is a stray bullet comes whizzing past your head. Doesn't hit you, just goes, close enough that you could maybe feel it. But it's one of those things where you're just a little bit distracted.
Let's say that I was fiddling with Demi's radio, and as I ducked my head, I heard something go like past the back of my head, and I was like, "What was that?"
And I guess I noticed it immediately because I got a critical success. So I noticed the bullet, and that's when I know it's my time to go. It's calling me, and the search is mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. So I start drifting.
Oh, I love it. All right, so Irie, if you want to give
step on the gas.
Let's see, Irie, let's have you roll me the pilot skill, I believe is what it is.
Driving.
So let's see. I believe. Okay. All right. A 25.
Nice.
25.
Just, casual 25 to throw out
That's
there.
a 25. That's not a critical.
It's not a critical success. Yeah.
That's
You
insane.
didn't expect a lot into driving, did you?
Oh yeah.
I have 0 in driving.
So
I have
Irie,
10 in driving.
would
Wow.
you like me?
Theoretical driver's license.
Yeah. So Irie, would you like me to describe the drift, or would you care to?
No, I think you're better at describing.
All right. So, as you guys round a corner, what happens is it's starting to look like Irie's not going to turn, but then at the last moment, she wrenches the wheel to the left and just taps on the brakes so that the traction sort of sprays out from the rear tires, and the rear of the car begins to slide along the street as the car sort of does a 90-degree turn. And right before you would fishtail, Irie sort of feathers the gas and works the wheel, so that she does almost like a full 360 in the intersection before going through the turn itself. And it's one of those things that each intersection, she does another one of these little maneuvers where it shows off her skill. And eventually what happens is you are maybe about really 2 turns, maybe about a minute or 2 away. But what you're seeing in the general direction of where you know you're supposed to go is a burned out parking structure, like a multi-level parking structure you might find in any city or town. It's not very well kept. There's definitely like chunks of concrete missing. The retaining walls looks like they've seen better days, and it's maybe only like 2 or 3 stories tall, if that.
So we're approaching this parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
How close would you say we are?
I mean, you could be there immediately if you wanted. I just wanted to give you guys some time to banter if you so wished.
Oh, but she's in like not currently in mid drift, right? We are like driving kind of normally now, or are you drifting all the way up the parking lot?
I think I'm not like I'm not like still drifting, but I'm going to like drift into the parking lot to like parallel park and just like leave us there like parked perfectly.
Got it.
Nice.
Okay. Well, maybe during that time we'll tell Alcove what we got up to at the gas station because we picked him up, right?
Yep.
All right. So, Al, Cove,
Yeah, Bo.
Alcove, Bo. Sweet. You can call me Bo. I can call you Al. Albo.
I didn't even know where I was going with that, but okay.
Quick, get the horn section.
The horn section. Yeah. So we got some supplies. I got a bunch of boxes of wheat thins from the.
How did you afford wheat thins when we were broke for the past 3 weeks?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So there's this hot girl.
Cool. Never
I'm
mind.
pretty sure
I know exactly how this is gonna.
Yeah, there
turn
was
out.
this hot girl, and I also got this desert eagle.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, also, I got a suit. Here, check this out. And then I pull out like one of the. I don't know where I kept the suit, but whatever it is, wherever
You
it
just
is,
pull it out.
I just pull it out from my inventory, and I show him like the quality of the suit, and I go, yeah, I think I need to get it tailored, but maybe if before I get it tailored, maybe it'll fit you if we need to go and seem a little bit more dapper during some of these.
Yeah, I think it would be nice, like maybe like since like it was a guy, like maybe it will fit Alcove.
Yeah, but I also want it for me, so
I know. I also want it for you.
I will definitely get it. Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
I think it would look nice. That's all.
So that's how it's going.
So that's where this is going. Yes, I would like to get it tailored. I don't know if we can get that done at this. Do I know that this is a night market where we're
You
going?
do. I think Alcove has filled you in about the.
A night market has most things you'll like. Most.
Yeah.
If you
Do
want
they
something
have
that's actually
services as
legal,
well?
I'm not sure they can help you. But I think that there might be a tailor if you ask around. No, I never really looked for tailors back then because if you needed a tailor, you just ran to the like actual out of the combat zone, and because by the time you get it tailored and walked out, you're gonna get shot. That's just how it goes. So I'd also put in a bit of armor in that suit if you can.
Interesting. I could probably. I don't know if there already is any armor in this suit, but well, we can bop it around and see what happens.
Can you bend it? Can you bend it easily?
That's a good question. Can I bend it easily?
No, you actually can't. And I would say, Alcove, why don't you roll me either an education or a local expert?
Okay, let's see which of those is higher. Local expert, it is. Where are you? There we go.
A 19, very nice.
Nice.
So, Alcove, what you notice is that it's of course in disrepair, but at one point, this business suit that Boss has used to be a light armor jacket. So, conceivably, when you get it tailored, you could more or less repair the armor and have, I think, Yuma, that you're a 7 on armor, it would upgrade you to an 11.
Ooh. Yes. Let's do that. I want to figure that out. Also, yeah, I hope they have good food at this place. I mean, so it's mostly kibble is what people eat, but like maybe
Like actual food?
maybe they have actual food here, you know?
I mean, yes, they do sell actual food. I just hope you're ready to spend most of our money.
I
'Cause-
wonder if they would have any upgrade parts for my car.
Probably. They sell most things.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
just ask around. There's probably someone that's got it. If not, we could probably stop by a different night market, but that's going to take a bit of time to actually get contacts in again. Been a hot minute since I've been in the combat zone.
I mean, I think I could get a couple good deals throughout this night market. We'll see what happens. I think I can get us a couple snacks at least.
Snacks are good. And as I say that, I don't know if I would need, if you would make me roll another driving roll for this, but I want to just like as we were approaching the parking lot, just like find the nearest slot available and just drift into like a parallel parking like perfectly.
Okay. And I will say what happens is you come careening into the parking structure, and you see
And the
such
tires
a
like screeching.
yeah, tires are screeching. It's quite literally a drift to end all drifts. But you sort of see a spot out of the corner of your eye, and you wrench the wheel to the other side. And as you said, you perfectly parallel park between two vehicles. And now that you've come to a stop, and you all step out of the vehicle, what you're seeing is to your left in the parking structure where you've come in. You see that there's a ramp leading down, and there's of course a ramp leading up. But the ramp leading down, there are two what appear to be full Borg individuals. Now, for those who don't know the terminology, when I say full Borg, I mean that they are quite literally chromed out. Like every single part of them, except maybe a little bit, is chrome. So artificial arms, artificial legs, maybe some form of chest armor. All of them wearing what appears to be actual like business suits, strangely enough. And one of them is holding like a clipboard, like a physical clipboard with a paper list on it. And my question is, how do you approach these individuals?
I would say confidently. Confidently because I think, if I recall, I know somebody in there. Like, I know, right?
Let's see. No, you don't know anybody. Well, you don't know that you know anybody in there.
I don't know that I know it. Okay. Then I'll just stroll up confidently.
You know what you don't know.
Anyway, because I'll be like, because that's just how I roll.
And I guess I'd be like right beside boss, and I'd like kind of like do that motion where like after I just lock the car, so like I throw the keys up and then like grab them as they're like about to fall, and then I put the keys in my pocket and get a cigarette and light it, and then just keep walking next to boss.
Do you know if, or have I been to one of these before? Like, is this a common occurrence to go to one of these night markets?
I would say that perhaps in the past you may have been to a smaller one. The big difference here is that this is one of the exclusive night markets. This isn't like a night market you could just look up on a terminal and go, hey, I want to go to this place. Like, Alcove has definitely had to pull some strings to get you here.
Okay, so if that's the case, like, we know that Alcove pulled the strings, so I'll be confident because I know that.
All right, so...
Do you want to lead the way then, Al?
I'm going to lead the way I expect every night market to go to. I pretend I don't want to be here, and I'm going to get out of here as fast as I can, making no side contact with any of them. Like, we're here to do trade, not to be friends. In a business sense, that's what I'm going to try to enter. Like, I'm not here to talk with the Borg people. I'm not going to try to investigate them. They're here for their own thing, so long as it's not here to kill me or any of us.
Got it.
They can shoot each other as much as they want.
All right.
And if they're full Borg, is there any kind of like, because you mentioned that if you have too many attachments and modifications, then people can go a little stir crazy, right?
Yeah, it's a phenomenon known as cyberpsychosis, and trust me, when we go to the full rules, we'll definitely be dealing with that.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I would say that if you were to just look at them, you'd probably start to think, yeah, they're probably going to get the special SWAT team known as Psyche Div, the ones that handle cyber psychos. So,
okay.
C-SWAT, that's what they're called. C-SWAT.
C-SWAT.
I see.
SWAT. Okay. That's good info. Good. Thank you. So Case doesn't look like he wants to be there, or sorry, Alcove doesn't look like he wants to be there. Demi is just as much swagger as Boss is. And I guess I don't really have to try to convince them. Well, we could try to convince them to let us in.
Well, here's the thing. Are they going to stop us from going in?
And yes, actually, as you get close enough to them, one of them, the one with the list, sort of holds up a hand for you to stop, and in a very gruff voice says, "Name."
Alcove.
He checks the list. These your +2?
Yes.
And they just sort of nod, lower the arm, and just motion for you to go past.
Oh, sugoi.
I just like silently nod and continue walking,
All right.
unalarmed.
I quietly say sugoi and I walk by with them.
Nice. So, as you descend down the parking structure, you actually have to go down 2 levels, and there's a checkpoint at each level. So, you just went through checkpoint 1, you go through a second checkpoint, and the third checkpoint, you actually can see beyond what appears to be a dug-out underground space. What you're seeing is more or less a bunch of stalls, like stand-up stalls that you might find at a farmer's market or that you might find at a craft fair. So what you're seeing is a bunch of those booths that are sort of lining this underground space. The ceiling is maybe about 1.5 stories tall, so it's a little claustrophobic, but nothing you can't handle. The lighting is provided by large halogen bulbs, but also the sort of neon signs that are sort of prevalent across this entire area. And what really hits you when you get to see this is not maybe so much the sight, but the sound and the smells. The sound is of a busy marketplace. You're hearing all sorts of different languages, all sorts of different conversations. You're seeing quite literally a microcosm of life here in Night City. You're seeing boosters, you're seeing gangers, you're seeing exotics, you're seeing Borgs, you're seeing pretty much everyone who's anyone is here. But remember I said that the smell was important too. What the scent that hits you is something you may have actually never had in your life before. And it is the smell of a cooked ribeye steak.
Yo. My ears perk up and I lift my head into the air and I go, what is that?
I actually
that is what
stopped
will
smoking.
cost us most of our money if you want fresh meat.
What? Fresh meat? No way.
Yeah,
well,
I like. I actually
Welcome to the
stopped
night
smoking
markets.
for a second, and like I'm like, oh crap! I haven't smelled something like that in years.
I feel
It's
like
been
I've
about
been
6 months since I've been to a place like this. Man, this brings back memories. I still remember the gunfights.
Case, do you know, or sorry, not Case, Alco, do you know how much those kinds of things cost usually?
How much do you want and how much do you got?
I want as much as I can fit in my pockets.
How big are those pockets again?
Maybe
I just reach it. I just pull up in the like I don't actually look, and I just pull the pockets a bit to the side to see how much we can fit. Yeah, that's gonna cost a fair bit.
A fair bit. I think I can give up a fair bit just to have some pocket meat. I think that so is out of character. If she's never had it before, she assumes that it's like kibble and it's like dried.
I think it's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
Unless is there I'm gonna assume that she's never eaten anything that wasn't like dried or prepackaged. And or if you had to eat it, then you'd have to like heat it up with like water if it's going to be moist, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I would say in your backstory, now that I think about it, the only time you would have seen this is when you were with your previous partner, if that makes any sense.
Oh, okay. So I might have had some if they treated us to anything like that. Well, either way, I'll still go along with what I've already said because that's funny. I would like to kind of start following my nose and start like drifting over towards where the smell is coming from.
Okay. I'm assuming Demi and Alcove, you are following behind her?
Yeah, sure. I'll follow up and try to make sure they don't get a shot.
Gotcha. So, boss, you're moving along, you're sort of weaving through the crowd here, when almost accidentally you run into someone, and maybe as you sort of step back and start to apologize, you notice who you've run into. You know those black bunny ears anywhere. And you sort of look, and it's Bells from when you first met her in the Rusty Bucket. And
Bells from Osmia Mossel. Oh wait, no, not Bells.
No, from the Rusty Bucket, from the nightclub.
Yep. The pole dancer, if you remember her.
Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. Oh, what? Wait a second. Hey. Aren't you from the Rusty Bucket, right?
She sort of laughs and says, "Hey, look who it is. I was wondering if someone like you would show up."
Someone like me. I mean, I'm flattered.
She flashes a toothy smile and says,
how long do you think this one's gonna take?
So, what brings you here? You looking for anything in particular? I know I just stocked up on a bunch of assault rifle ammo that I've been needing.
Well, I mean, originally I was here to grab some food and also maybe find a tailor, but now my plans have changed.
Wow.
I used to get around for
nature takes its course.
And, Bells sort of laughs that off and says, Yeah, I don't really have anything for that, but I understand that you're looking for a netrunner these days. Is that about right?
I mean, yeah, we're always looking for some new allies. Always looking for some help, as long as they're good.
Oh, they're very good from what I know. Let me introduce you to them. I think they're still over at Honest Gems. And Belle sort of turns and motions for you to follow. And as you follow her, she leads you to a larger sort of stand that is almost like a curio shop. So you're seeing antiques, you're seeing sort of older cyberware, older pistols, things of that nature. But you also see our brand new person. So Celadon, tell us a little bit about what Phoenix looks like, please.
Sure. So Phoenix is short. She's not like short, like, you know, dwarf short, but she's definitely smaller than some of the other people. She has very distinctive twin pigtails that are sort of sticking straight up behind her hair, sort of in like little flame patterns. She's got very ninja style aesthetics is the best way I could describe it. Her sort of whole outfit seems to kind of put something together that's a little bit more flashy, but still very discreet. Lots of fishnet, lots of slightly torn pieces of clothing as she sort of is perusing across some of the other more physical style media things that are on the tables and stuff.
All right. So, of course, you see Phoenix, and you also see what is almost like I would say a cowboy would be a good descriptor. You see a well-defined, well-muscled man. He is wearing, quite literally, a cowboy's outfit, so classic sort of shirt with, I forget what they're called, but the tassels, I think, that are on the, sort of sleeves. He's wearing a literal cowboy's hat, and he has a distinctive chin-strap beard. And as you approach, you hear him talking to Phoenix, and he says, "Now, as I said, it's an old paperback from early 2000s. I've been holding on to it for several years. Of course, for the right price, it could be yours, Missy."
Look, all I'm saying is I've got dead presidents, you've got books. Why aren't we swapping already?
Well, Honest Jim. Honest Jim always appreciates something a little more esoteric. Oh, but it seems you might have a friend here that might be able to help you with that. And Phoenix, you turn, you see Demi, Boss, Alcove. You also see Bells, and Bells is, for your sake, a bunny exotic. Standard bunny ears, a little bit more lithe than the usual human, that sort of thing. Bells just sort of waves at you and says, "Hey, Phoenix, I might have found a group for you to run with here. This is Boss, this is Demi, and the redhead is Alcove." Actually, wait, Alcove, you're black
Blue
hair in
hair.
this, so
Blue,
brunette, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
I looked through my notes. I actually already have Belle's number, so this is awesome.
You have to check whose number you have.
I do, yeah.
Good.
I guess quickly scrolled through my
Excellent.
contact list.
Amazing. Fantastic.
Yes, correct. I guess because I assume that I kind of like am falling right behind Belle's, and I'm the first one there. I'd be like, hello, and yeah, I guess this is what are you shopping for?
So she'll kind of turn around and she'll look at the rest of the group. It's like, oh man, Annie's, this is going to be great.
Annie's?
He's...
Are you talking about me?
I mean,
she's talking.
you're the only
talking,
ones here, so I would hope so.
They're talking about me. Well, and I guess yes. What do you?
Demi takes the cigarette that's like almost completely burned out, and she just throws it to the ground and squashes it with her boots. And she looks at Celadon and asks, not Celadon, sorry, Phoenix, and asks, "What do you mean, Annie's?"
She'll just kind of look between all of them. Oh man. And she'll look back at Belle and, how green are they?
Wow, they're kind of
These
green
two-
to the whole city, but
These two are very green.
no, I
like-
think they have potential.
These two are good.
I mean, look, I believe what you say. If they're here, obviously, they've got some talent, so that's fine. Let's see. You know what? Hold on. And she's gonna turn back to. You said it was Honest Jim, right?
Honest Jim.
Honest Jim. She's gonna look at Jim. Fine. I still want it.
Honest Jim sort of raises an eyebrow and says, "Well, what do you have to trade? What sort of interesting things you have brought to Honest Jim?"
She's gonna pull out the one that she's got, because part of where she was before was just where she got it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna pull out the bill. Like, she's gonna pull out a $5 bill.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna go, I told you, I've got dead presidents. These are worth a lot more than what that book is actually going for. I've looked at the market prices. I know how much that book is worth. This is double what you're asking. But I'm willing to give this to you because I don't need it, but I want that.
Roll me a persuasion, please. And you may have an additional +2 on this.
Persuasion. Where is that hiding? There it is. Wow.
31.
Very
Nice.
persuasive.
So,
why is your name different color? Oh, how do you do that? I want to do that.
it should be in the last tab of your character sheet. There should be an option to change which color you are.
Oh.
But as Yuma figures that out, so yeah, Phoenix, you of course make this deal to Honest Jim, and Honest Jim, sort of inspects the bill and says, "Well, now, ain't that quite interesting? Don't think I quite have a $5 bill like that. Sure you just want the one book? Again, I'm Honest Jim, you know me. I like to make sure that the trade is fair and equal. I'd say with what you got there, you could probably grab 3 of them books."
And she does so, and she's like, I'll tell you what, I've got at least 5 more of these stashed. You keep me stocked with these, I'll keep you stocked with those.
Well, now, that's a business proposition that I can get behind. And he sort of holds out a hand for you to shake.
She'll shake it.
Very nice. And then to the rest of you, Honest Jim sort of looks past Phoenix after the handshake and says, "Well, now, here we are. We have new customers. Tell me, young folk, what you looking for? Anything in particular?"
I don't think you have what I'm looking for, unless you happen to have a antique car or a motorcycle.
Now, that I don't have specifically, but I do have the parts for such a thing.
You have parts. I might be interested.
One moment, Missy. And he actually kind of goes below the booth for a moment, and he comes up with an old antique catalytic converter and just sort of plops it down for you to see and says, "That right there I've had for about 10 years now. Haven't had anyone interested in it, but sounds like you might be."
A catalytic converter. That, and then I want to inspect it to see if I can see like who the maker is and what what year it was made.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a tech, please. Oh dear.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh dear. So Demi,
Just checking it.
you're sort of looking it over, and I think maybe you're just a little like wonderstruck, where you're like, "Oh man, this is so cool," that you're not really able to discern when it was made or who made it. But I will say you at least know that it's not like a faulty piece of equipment. Like, it's not like a knockoff. You can tell that it is a genuine, like, really working set of equipment.
Interesting.
Yep, that does in fact work. This is in fact a part.
This is a thing.
I am interested in it, but I don't know if I'm interested in it right now. I want to find something that would upgrade my car, and I don't know if an older version of something I already have would actually help, especially a catalytic converter.
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, you might want to go check out that stand over there then. And he sort of points past you at a stall about halfway down this, the open space that I described earlier. You see what seems to be a nomad family of some point. meaning that there are a bunch of people wearing the same colors, maybe the same style of jacket, and they have just a bunch of car parts ready for perusal, kind of a thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I will definitely go and talk to them.
Very well, and what about you, miss? And looks directly at Boss.
I was wondering if you do clothing alterations.
Well, I don't specifically, but Honest Jim does know a person. Depends on what you're trying to get tailored.
It's a suit, so I mean, it's got a little bit of armor quality to it. So maybe somebody who specializes in both.
Yes, I think I know an individual over there, and he points the opposite direction of the one he pointed out for Demi, and points at a different stall and says, I believe Templar over there does some tailoring work. Might be what you're looking for.
Ah, sweet. And out of character, I was wondering if I've ever seen like super old things like the books that Celadon, like all these antiques and stuff like that. Like, is this brand new for me, or is this something that I also know about?
I would say, based on what I know of your backstory, you've never seen a paperback book in your life.
Okay, got it.
Now.
Okay, so I'm going to like curiously peek over at what Phoenix has in her hands and be like, why are these so like? What is that? Can I see? Like, obviously,
she kind of just like looks over her shoulder at Boss for a second and she's like, "Wait, you've never seen pre-collapsed paper?"
Pre-what paper?
I don't think she knows what that word means.
Look, so before everything went haywire and all of that, they used to make these novels, and it was all on paper. Because, you know, everything's all net now, right? So they put these together, and it's just... And she kind of just takes one of the books, and she, like, speed flips through the pages and just kind of inhales, just like, you don't understand. The paper is just so crisp, and the scent.
I'll, like, also lean in and kind of sniff a little bit, like...
And
yes.
You know that if you've ever been to the library and you've smelled the new book smell, that's
library?
What she's Look, all you need to know, and she kind of just flips it over. So now, you know how a book would normally look, and she holds it the right way. But when you look at it, it's the back of the book. So she flips it over, and it's more like, you look at the cover, and it's definitely more like a traditional manga, and now it's sort of the opposite direction, so it reads the opposite way. And she's like, this is the best part. They used to read them backwards.
Whoa. I mean...
But wait.
And then she flashes the cover. No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Demi, yeah.
Why would they waste so much paper on this, though? Like, why not just write it on the net?
A lot of these came from before the net was a thing. Wow. So they're very hard to get.
Wow.
Before we had the convenience of just sending a book out into the internet and into the net and just having it wherever we want, they had to actually make these.
So
they
she
were like,
she flashes the cover. She flashes the cover, and you see what is basically just, well, out
Perfect.
Yuma, you would just die. She's basically collecting Yuri
Perfect. Perfect.
So like she flashes the cover and she's like, and look at the art. They don't make art like this anymore. Or at least
Boss will take a closer look and be like, wait, are those two girls? And is immediately more interested.
It's just Sully.
So definite. Wow, these are really cool. I mean, I would love to hear more about them. And she kind of turns on the charm a little bit. And she'd be like, so I guess we didn't really establish. She was in the middle of this bartering thing when we walked up, right? So, yeah. So I heard you're looking for some work. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, the last group I was with, it kind of ended badly. So
Were the shot arrested?
I wish I could have shot her.
Yeah. Oh, so that's
Look,
how it fell.
Yikes.
Okay.
It happens. But, look, she blamed me. I blamed her. It was a messy breakup. I don't really talk about it, but that's all in the past at this point. You guys are looking for somebody to help you get an edge. I'm here to help on the edge. It's fine. We might as well see what it works out,
Sweet. And you can tell me all about these, what did you call them? Paperbacks?
They used to call them graphic novels.
These graphic novels.
Graphic novels.
Graphic novels. I'm gonna say that I don't know if I added this to my character sheet, but she's like from the Philippines, so she speaks Tagalog, I assume. And I'm not gonna speak Tagalog because I don't know how to speak Tagalog, but she'll have like occasionally with words she doesn't know, she'll just have an accent. Graphic novel. I understand. I'm gonna get my clothes tailored, and I assume Demi needs to get some car parts. So which one shall we do first? Or should we split up?
As you say that, you notice that Demi has like has already gone and
apparently was splitting up
moved
then.
over to the other nomad pack that was mentioned to her.
Demi, wait! And I'm gonna code chase after her. Demi, why are you leaving? I'm getting all whiny about it.
I turn around and I say, I mean, you girls were talking. I wanted to go talk to a nomad pack. I haven't talked to one in a while, so
I'm gonna put an arm around her shoulder and be like, you getting jealous?
I look away down into the side. I look away down to the side and I say, in character, that's not it, boss.
We have nothing to be jealous about. Don't worry, we'll get you your parts. Let's go. And I will continue walking, and I will keep that arm on her shoulder.
All right. So, as you approach the Nomad family, of course, again, you see a wide booth with all manner of car parts on display. You're seeing special rims with blades hidden away in the rims such that they can be deployed in sort of a attack manner. You're seeing a bunch of NOS tanks that if you wanted NOS, you could get it here. You're also seeing things like custom steering wheels or advertisements for custom paint jobs or custom rigging kind of a thing. But as you approach, Demi, I'd like you to roll me a local expert, please.
All right. One moment.
Meanwhile, I will be looking around at all the shinies.
Okay. All right, a 12. So, Demi, you know the name of this nomad family, but you don't exactly remember what they do. You know that these are the family known as the Skylars. So, Sky, Lars.
Okay.
And as you approach them, one of the younger-looking ones, a boy that looks barely over the age of 14, just sort of turns to you and says, "Oh, hey, you're a nomad, right?"
And I say, yep. I am from the slide pack.
Ah. Demi, roll me a reputation real quick, because I want to flavor something if you get it.
Can I actually roll reputation, or do I have to roll like something else? Because I can't click on reputation.
There should be a button on the character sheet for it. Let me double check. Let's see.
On the not on the skills.
For reputation.
Let's see. It's on the actions tab is where it is.
Okay.
Oh, reputation check. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
So needless to say, they have
10 from the roll.
yeah.
Yep.
Did you get literally hooed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you literally get literally hooed. So the kid just sort of goes.
Demi who?
Kid just sort of goes, yeah, I've never heard of your family. Sorry.
He's young. It's fine. I say to her. he probably just doesn't know the scene, you know?
The world.
And then I asked him if he has ever heard of Demi the Daredevil.
Nope, never heard that one either.
How about the Osmium Ocelots?
The Osmium Ocelots, I have heard. They're really cool. They just put out a new album. Oh gosh, what was it called? And he like fumbles with his agent to try to look it up. Yeah, see, here's their newest album. And this is going to make Boss probably very angry, but you see that the Osmium Ocelots have released an album called Highway Blossoms.
Excuse me? Oh my god.
Amazing.
How about the Iron Lions? Have you heard of the Iron
Yo.
Lions?
Boss, give me a reputation check. Maybe they've heard of them. And yeah, unfortunately, sort of shakes, says, no, I never heard of the Iron Lions.
God damn it.
You ever heard of the O'Callaghan family? Wait, how the hell do you... Sorry, I have this written down and I've never actually said it. O'Callaghan, that's it. O'Callaghan.
Anyways, I have a lot of character.
Wow.
Wow,
I have a
2
lot
ones.
of character.
Wow, that's...
This kid's dead. This is a fucking Zoomer.
Has this kid ever been online?
His kid's never been online.
All these kids.
What you got, Demi, though? You had something.
I had another character question. If I get a custom paint job of flames on my car, do I get a bonus to drifting?
You don't get a bonus to drifting, but you do get a bonus to reputation if you do drifting in said flaming car.
Oh, okay. And I'm guessing like pretty much any part I upgrade, would give me a bonus to like driving.
To something, yeah. Until we get to the full rules, it's going to be nebulous, but the full rules actually have like a list of parts we can give you. So until we get to there, it's going to be kind of nebulous.
Okay. But okay. So I say then. But anyways, I've heard very good things about the Skylar pack, and you know, I definitely trust you guys. How much would you guys charge for a custom paint job or a new steering wheel?
And the kid sort of fumbles with his agent again, typing up on a calculator, and says, "You get it for $750 if you want it done tonight."
Both?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So wait, how much do we have in total amongst all of us?
Amongst all of you, you each have 1,500. So times 4, that's what, 6,000 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
6,000.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
All right. So, of course, Demi, you do the, hey, my car's here, I want this sort of design. And as that's happening, Alcove, Phoenix, and Boss. Remember how I said that smell of raw meat or that cooking meat was very prevalent?
Mm-hmm.
It's now extremely prevalent because you sort of look around as you're waiting on Demi, and you see a couple booths down from this Nomad booth. You're seeing what is essentially a stand-up stall where one would serve like noodles or meats or things like that.
Yes.
And what you're seeing is not only are people, sitting at like a bench and eating at the stand, but you're also seeing that they're being served bowls of ramen, of soups, and of all variety. One of them does actually have a ribeye steak, though, and he's just going to town on it.
Wow.
Oh, good.
All right.
And I assume I can just tell him where my car is parked, and he'll do it for me, so I can just go with him.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you whether you want to supervise or not, Demi.
No, I trust them, and there's also like the guys outside. So I think if anything funny would happen, they would be take like being the security, I guess. So yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, I give them my car keys and say like, well, I'm just gonna go here with my squad, and you guys can just do the design and put in the new steering wheel.
And yeah, the kid takes your keys and says, "I'm on it," and he grabs the necessary tools and heads on up.
Nice. Before deciding about the tailor thing, I get distracted and I really want some food, and so I tap Alcove on the shoulder and be like, "Yo, is that where the smell's coming from? Is that what you were talking about before?"
Well, judging by the fact that people are eating outside of it and there's a steak right there, I believe so.
A steak? What's a steak? I'm gonna go let's go. So I grab him by the elbow and I'm like, come on, teach me all these things. I want to see what you're talking about. Aside from like the music world and her limited exposure to Night City, she's pretty much never seen these kinds of things before. So she has this like wide-eyed expression that looks really amazed that all this stuff exists.
So I get dragged over to the booth?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach as you approach the booth, you are able to, because it's kind of one of those things where it's got almost like a hood, like standard Japanese style, where it's kind of got that hood where there's a little bit of privacy, but not a whole lot. So you sort of push away the hanging cloth and look at the menu. And yeah, you're seeing ramens, you're seeing steaks, you're seeing shrimp. You've never even heard of a shrimp before now. You have no idea what a shrimp is. You're seeing something called a lobster. And you're also seeing a bunch of other little things that I'm going to just give you free reign. If there's something you want to throw in, go for it. But the main thing that you're noticing is that the prices are expectedly high. So to give you an example, a bowl of genuine ramen is worth about $750, what Demi just paid for her paint job and the steering wheel.
Oh my gosh, for both the paint job and steering wheel? How much money do we have? Let me see this.
That's like half of what you currently have.
Yeah, it's half of your current value.
But to tempt you further, the steak is probably about $900. And if you wanted a lobster, it would probably be about $1,200.
How does it say like steak sizes?
It only comes. It comes in one size. It comes in a 16 ounce.
At that point, we just buy one and split it amongst ourselves.
I mean, I'm down, but like, so this is an ebb, right?
Yes, this is an ebb.
I'm not sure if I have outdated numbers of how much ebb I have. Let me just take a look at my inventory.
Oh, no, I said it at the top of the session. You have 1,500 to spend each.
1,500 to eat. Okay. 1,500 each.
I was like, okay, so I have 1,500 money to eat.
No, you've got 750 to eat now.
750 to eat. But I also need to. Okay, I should see how much it is to get the suit altered first, and then
go check on those prices.
We should check that first.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really gonna get your friend grab us something? Is that what you said?
It's 16 ounces. We can split that amongst the four of us.
4 ounces each. That's so much. That's so much meat. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I gotta go check on. I'm gonna go check on the tailor. Did anyone follow after us after we went to the food booth, or are you still at the car repair place?
I was just like kind of like showing him the design I wanted, but then like I followed up right after, so I'm there once you guys are like ready to like order, I guess, or to do whatever. Like I'm there now.
This is very reminiscent of my IRL experiences at Night Market. And Phoenix, are you also with us, or are you chilling?
The only thing that she would do is once the guy leaves with off their keys, she's gonna look up at Demi and is like, "You're gonna trust him with your iron like that? You've never met these guys."
Nah. We nomads. We know each other, and we can trust each other.
Even though he didn't know.
I know that pack.
We can trust each other even though we've never met. We know each other.
But I've heard of that pack.
I mean, as long as your reputation isn't ruined, I guess that's fine.
All right.
They're not going to be dumb enough to just like walk off with everything.
I mean, it is a night market.
We didn't keep anything expensive in the car except the car itself anyway, right?
Do you honestly think that if they tried to make off with your stuff that they'd have a booth here again?
Yeah, exactly. Like, the reputation would be ruined. Like,
True. That's true.
Like,
all right.
What you don't see is me doing that evil GM excellent maneuver.
Excellent.
After that, I'm now expecting us to have both no tires and no car when I get home.
No, the car, we just get back, the entire paint has been completely stripped off. There's no doors and the tires are gone and it's just sitting on blocks.
No,
I mean, they wouldn't need the key for that.
Wait, no. The rest of the car, the tires are there. The rest of the car is gone.
Oh, God.
We'll find out shortly. But yeah, Yuma, Boss, and the rest of the gang go over to check out the tailor. And the tailor has what are essentially a bunch of mannequins on display. You're seeing everything from Asian pop to quote-unquote high fashion wear to even a few business suits that you're seeing that are similar to yours. And Templar, or who you're assuming is Templar, is a darker-skinned woman. She has an interesting hairstyle going on where her sort of the front half of her hair is stark white. And then the rest of her hair, which cascades down to about mid-back length, is jet black. And the other noticing feature about her is that her eyes are an unnatural ice blue, to the point that you would be pretty damn sure that they've got cyber eyes.
Cyber eyes. Okay. I kind of walk up and kind of look at her with a bit of a mesmerized look, and I just go, "Wow, sorry. I didn't mean to blank out there. You're just really, really pretty."
Already 0 to hit. All right.
We just go 0 to 60. Let's see. I don't think I'll require a roll for that because I think Templar just sort of laughs and says, well, you aren't the first one to say that. I'll give you that. What can I do you for? What brings you to my little stall?
Well, I so I guess out of uncharacteristically speechless, but I have a suit I'd like to have altered to fit me. Do you do that here?
Can do it, yeah. Can I see the suit?
Sure. And then I pull it out. And
she takes it from you after, assuming you would hand it over.
Yeah.
And she sort of holds it out in front of her, and you see that her cyber eyes are scanning over it, and then they look over to you, almost as if she's literally measuring you as she's talking. And she says, a men's suit. Hey, if that's what you want to wear, that's what you want to wear. Question: Do you want a little bit more in the bust? Do you want me to repair this armor? Do you want the midriff to show? Tell me what are you looking for here exactly?
Yes. Okay. And so I will describe what I would like the suit to look like. Yes, I would like some room in the bust. I would like it to be fitted and in the with a taper in the waist area. If it's a 3-piece suit, there's like a vest on the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the vest part I would like to have showing some midriff, but the jacket I'd like to maintain the length so that it's kind of a little bit how do I describe this? There's I guess I could find a picture and I can show it to you all, but that's also pretty much I would like the midriff to be showing from the vest part, but the jacket to be normal length.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of makes a few mental notes, nods, flips over the jacket and the suit and sort of scans it and says, "All right, you want it done by tonight, right?"
Yes, please. And as she's scanning me, I kind of like stand up straight and like to like not mess up her measurements. I like don't move.
And because I find it funny, everybody but Boss, please roll me a perception check. All right, a 15 for Demi.
I'll go with Phoenix.
Ooh, Phoenix definitely has this one.
Wow. A 9 perception. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Phoenix sees things.
That is really good. Alcove, you got your perception? Uh-oh, we might have lost Case there for a moment, but
Sorry, I'm back. You
Roll
want a
perception?
check?
Yeah.
perception, yeah. All right. So, Alcove and Demi, you don't notice this, but Phoenix, with your crit, you obviously notice this. Well, it's not so much you notice as in you overhear. Templar is sort of muttering to herself, and I'm painting it sort of like Boss is like super starstruck right now, so she's all nervous and not really paying attention. But Phoenix, you hear Templar says, well, if she's a C, no, that's got to be a D cup. Let's see, if we give her space for that, she wants the midriff shown. You know what, I'll give her a fair price, because I think Honest Jim sent her over, and I don't want to piss off Honest Jim. And then so everybody can hear, Templar says, all right, yeah, I can have this done. Let's see, how does 1200 sound?
1200. I feel like because I'm starstruck, I don't have any negotiating power.
No, but
Phoenix
your friends
is-
might be able to step in.
Yeah, I mean,
Phoenix is gonna clear her throat for a second.
Alcove
She's
is
gonna...
is the one who like knows prices and stuff, right?
Kind
Sorry,
of.
Me?
But, Seldon, you were saying?
Yeah, Phoenix is gonna clear her throat and be like, yeah, what was that about Honest Jim?
And Templar sort of starts a little bit in this. Oh, Honest Jim and I go way back. We always do night markets together.
Gotcha. Well, he was the one that sent us over here. Apparently, she needs something done. But I'll tell you what. I've already got a deal with him, but if you guys are really kind of grouping, then maybe I can make it worth your while to help us out a little bit more.
Templar nods and says, what do you have in mind specifically?
And she'll actually pull up her goggles to sort of like show off a little bit. It's like, I'm already helping him. I'll help you. I've got a case of dead presidents sitting back in my stash. All you gotta do is help us out a little bit with the price for this, and you guys can split that easy 50-50.
I'm going to say roll me a persuasion here, but I'm actually going to say there's a -2 here because while Honest Jim might like the dead presidents, I'm not so sure Templar would.
That's fair.
But
Oh,
with a
damn. Oh my
27,
God.
wow.
You're so persuasive.
So, Templar sort of hems and haws and says, yeah, I could see that working, and hell, if Honest Jim trusts you, I'll trust you. But yeah, you go ahead and get that case to Honest Jim, and I'll start work on this right away.
I look over to Phoenix like with stars in my eyes and be like, amazing. Sugoi.
She's just gonna kind of look over at Alcove and just like, look, if she's into the input, I'm not gonna say no.
What did you say? Sorry.
She was looking. Phoenix looks over at Alcove and she's like, look, and she's kind of like thumbs over her shoulder at Boss, and she's like, look, if she's into the inputs, I'm not gonna say no.
Amazing.
I assume I don't hear that because I'm still distracted by the woman.
Yeah, you're still kind of like pretty.
Whatever she's into, it's none of my business.
Hydration redeemed. So if anyone's thirsty, they can just drink some water.
Hydration.
Yep, hydration indeed. Oh dear. Actually, you know what? We've been going for an hour. Why don't we take a 5-10 minute break and we'll resume there.
Sure, that'll be fine.
All right, excellent. So stream, we'll be back momentarily. Until then, stick around.
All right.
Yay.
All right, and welcome back. Don't mind Twitch chat. Apparently, we're having a bot invasion, so hopefully Nightbot is able to defeat its own bots. You know what I mean. But yeah,
Can
we
you
are
put the
going
channel to follower only?
I guess I
chat?
could make it follower only. I would feel bad about it, but that's not a bad idea. While I'm doing that, let me set the scene for you all. So what you're noticing, or not what you're noticing. So in the time between getting the suit fitted and sort of you guys waiting around for both Demi's thing and the suit, let's say that you guys are currently sort of enjoying a 16-ounce steak together, I think would
Hell
be fair.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to see if I can get rid of these bots here.
Oh, sure.
It was like, I said lol in chat and like 3 of them hit. Hello?
Wow. So we're chilling by, I assume, like sitting at some of the like pop-up tables, and I
You're
have this
experiencing meat for the...
Yeah, experiencing real meat. Well, I assume that I've never had it in this scenario, but I probably have had something similar with my previous band, because there were some well-off people. So I'm going to be like, oh, I didn't know that's what this was called. It's always just kind of been handed to me before. Yeah, I've had this before, and so I'm like cutting really tiny pieces to like really savor like the memory, and like maybe get a little bit quieter, because it's a memory that is a bit painful, because I'm remembering my previous band and all those things. So I'll be like, it's so good. It's so good. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I fixed the bot thing.
Wait, the steak costs 900, you said?
Truly delicious.
The steak would cost 1,200.
12, okay. So I've got 300 bucks left. 300
I mean,
euro.
no, it was we're like splitting it. So
We're
like,
splitting it, yeah.
It was like what, like 300 each?
Yeah, 300 each sounds good.
Yeah, and I had 1,500. So how much did the tailor actually cost?
Let's say that Phoenix is going to have to give up their case of Benjamins, but conceivably free if you don't include that.
Oh.
I thought it was dead presidents, not Benjamins.
Same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll look over to Phoenix and say, thanks for giving up your, what'd you call them, dead presidents? Dead presidents. Is there any way I can repay you?
Don't worry about it. Honestly, the only reason I'm trying to unload these things is because A, I have no use for them, and B, honestly, if I can get stuff out of it that I want, why would I keep them?
I mean,
I'm not going to stick around and hang on to them. And if the bitch really wants to try to get them back, she's going to have to deal with them and not me.
Oh, you've referred to this person. Is that a former input, or
6 of one, half a dozen of the other? We were partners, but
partners in
everything.
Right.
Partners in everything, actually, but
Partners in everything.
Really want to get into it? She kind of like scratches at the back of her head, and she kind of leans back in her chair a little bit. All you really need to know is I did my part. She fragged the rest of it, and we ended up having a bad breakup over it. I took the case, she walked out, and here I am. Simple as that.
At least you both were able to walk out of that.
A partner in everything,
Lucky.
huh? I remember having that, and then he just kind of looks down in size, but continues enjoying the steak, which is such a rare opportunity that she doesn't want it to be ruined by the memories.
Everybody's kind of nostalgic right now, so
Yeah, sure, let's go with nostalgic.
nostalgic. Well, the
Somebody's
yummy
missing
food.
something else. Someone's interested in the food. Someone's missing their previous lifestyle. Then Phoenix is over here like, I'm gonna murder that bitch.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. But as you all are enjoying your steak in various ways, there's a little bit of a commotion at the stall, and maybe a few of you turn to look. There is a well-dressed, and I mean like high fashion wear slash actual like business punk kind of a thing, where they have almost like a popped collar on their white jacket vest. They're wearing and this is a woman, by the way. She's wearing sort of a black sort of tunic or one-piece sort of dress underneath the jacket, and she's flanked on either side by two goons, which are wearing tuxedos. Odd choice, but it seems to be what she's going with. And they also have very dark sunglasses, as in not aviators, but actual like sunglasses. And the woman, whoever she is, just sort of slams her fist down on the booth of the ramen shop and says, "You call this steak? This is fifth-rate cooking from a fourth-rate." You know what? I'm not even going to get into it. Damn. "Johnson, why did we come here again?" And Johnson says, "Well, ma'am, you got hungry and..." No, Johnson. I mean, why did we come to the night market to begin with?" Because you were looking for someone to do a job." "Yes, exactly. So why the fuck are we not doing that?" "Well, ma'am, it's not really my place to..." "You're right, it's not your place. Shut up." And they start to talk a little bit more, but that's sort of my hint that maybe someone's looking for people for a job.
Just a little hint.
Phoenix is gonna put her goggles back down and just kind of like rescan the area again. If she's got those kind of corpo goons, then she's probably got something else that's running alongside of her.
Yeah, Phoenix, why don't you roll me a local expert, please?
Yep.
A 14. With a 14, you know who this is. This is Seto Aikiba, not to be confused with Seto Kaiba, because that's a distinct legal entity I can't mention on stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Seto Kaiba is probably
the rules,
Konami
I have
and
money.
Konami Enterprises LLC.
yeah.
And certainly
Right.
legal name for Konami.
Right.
But basically, Akiba is female Seto. She works. She works
Take it.
for, from what you
PlayStation
remember.
5.
She is. I'm trying to find the corp name here that I wrote down for her. Yes, she works for Midnight Enterprises, a subsidiary of Arasaka.
Oh God.
Arasaka.
Really?
I'm sorry, what company does she work for?
Midnight
Arisaka?
Enterprises.
Midnight Enterprises is a
Midnight
subsidiary of Arasaka. So yeah, then that's exactly what like. I guarantee you, Phoenix puts those goggles down. She starts looking the AR, and she's like, "Oh, good. Those guys just scream." Like she could see the
Well,
corporal.
I mean, yes, they are screaming.
No. Like color wise, like
Yeah.
you don't see it, but the idea is that like when she puts down her goggles, they're like AR, so she can see the real world and she can see the net around people.
Like
like-
augmented. Yeah. AR.
Yeah. So she basically can augment her sight with her goggles so that she can actually see anybody's like net around them. So like if they have like active ice or if they have like active programs around them, she can see those with her goggles.
I see.
And what I would
Okay.
say, Phoenix, when you do that, you do actually see that not only does Akiba have a personal network on herself, but you're already seeing that there's these spectral sort of hellhounds that are just sort of circling around her in a defensive posture. So you know that if you were to try and net run Akiba's network, you would immediately be hit by some hellhounds.
Oh, you're
my
like a
God.
Yeah,
She's
Netrunners
got
are the hackers.
she's just gonna like lean back in her chair and just kind of like lull her head from side to side. It's just like she's so rich. She's even got 2 black eyes. What is up?
I will look over at Phoenix and just kind of assume that she's just muttering nonsense.
And she's gonna
She's
kind of
got
look
the
over.
what and the what
How-
now? And like how many?
How bad are we talking, Phoenix?
She's got at least 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean,
All she's gonna do is she's just gonna point him and just like, that's a pretty great disturbance in the force if I've ever seen it.
Well, I guess we want her on on our
well,
side then.
I mean,
well, if they're looking for a
people to
job
run.
and they're at this night market, they've either got really good connections or really good pockets. Do we want to take advantage of those?
I stand up after finishing my steak, and I walk up back to the ramen booth.
Oh, here we go.
Apparently
boss is
doesn't think anything about what they were talking about because she doesn't know anything about like what they're talking about, and
is it just cute girl on radar?
And just sees a cute girl.
Girl on radar.
Coral.
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 Let's go. Coral.
And I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am. Is there a problem here? Do you need some help with something?
And as soon as boss got up, Demi was also interested in what she was talking about, like regarding the job, and she assumed you boss was going to talk about it, so she went right behind the boss.
Okay. I like how we both assume different things, which is
good.
awesome. You assume that I'm
Demi's like, ooh, job. Boss is like, ooh, Goral.
Girl.
They're both green. Do you want to help do disaster relief?
Oh Lord! All right, so
okay, come on,
boss, you try to get Akiba's attention, and you say that she doesn't even look in your direction, but Johnson does, and Johnson sort of looks down at you to sort of set a height here. Looks down at you and
He's
says,
a big boy.
Move along, ma'am. Miss Akiba is not interested in what you're selling."
Miss Akiba, do I know that name?
You may now roll me a local expert.
Local expert.
Okay, yeah, then everything I told Phoenix about Midnight Enterprises being connected to Arasaka, you know all of that now.
Can
I also roll?
Do I have a previous?
I know too.
Can we also roll?
Yeah, I was gonna say Demi and Alcove, you can roll as well. Now that you've heard the name.
Whoa.
Well, Demi, you've definitely Demi and Alcove.
yeah.
knows.
You both know.
Miss Akiba, huh? I mean, I'm just trying to think into my backstory if I have a negative association with that particular name. I mean, the larger company.
I mean, it's Arasaka. They kind of run this joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would assume that it's not directly related to my, like, I've never met this person and they aren't in the direct, like, because it's such a huge company. It doesn't, there's so many different divisions and things like that. Okay. So I'd be, I guess, so everything that you told Phoenix is what we know now, and I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I can use there. Oh, to flirt. Help me flirt. Okay. Well, can't help but overhear that you might need some. Well, okay, wait. I'm talking to the dude now. Never mind. Actually, you know what? I'm still not going to talk to the dude. I'm just going to look straight at the girl anyway.
You're committed.
She totally committed like 10 minutes ago. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's so he's kind of looking down on me. I glance up at him and then I like shrug a little bit and then I'm gonna turn back to her and I say, have you tried the steak here?
God damn it.
Roll me just a flat D20 here.
Flat D20. Oh boy. Because it's not. It wasn't. She said it wasn't very good, right? I mean, where's the action? Oh, roll RD. Roll
/R space 1D20. Yep.
1D20.
A 4. I think Akiba just sort of sighs and looks over at you, boss, and says, "Great. Now we're dealing with 6-rate edge runners. Wonderful. Yes, I've had the steak here. It's horrendous."
Yeah, it doesn't taste anything like. Oh my god, can I drop a name here somehow? Like,
come on. Where's the the thing that makes
Oh, the technobabble bullshit? There should be a macro for that, yeah.
Well, but then that's is that like I'm trying to fish for like a different maybe Arasaka specific because of like wherever I've had it before because of my past. I'm trying to think of a different name of like a famous chef that might be there that I might have had access to, so that I can drop a name.
You could make up a name, or I could make up one, whichever you prefer.
Help. What's a Japanese sounding fancy name?
That's what we have. I'll get one here real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's say that the chef in question was Juba Goro.
Juba Goro. Okay. So I will look at her and be like, yeah, nothing like Goro-san's steaks, are they?
And she actually laughs in that typical Kaiba way and says, you've had Goro's steak. Yeah, why do I find that hard to believe?
I gotta convince her now. That
okay,
how about if there's like a specific style that they use? Like if there's like, like how when you go to like a really fancy sushi place, they tell you exactly how to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to describe to her the very specific way that this particular chef says you have to cut the meat. It's like, oh yeah, you have to cut it like, it's been a while, but I remember them saying that you had to cut it into perfect cube shapes. Otherwise the juices won't mix the right way, and you have to add the wasabi and the butter in a perfect ratio. And so I'm just like looking up and like muttering these things as I remember the steak.
Mm-hmm.
And then I glance at her to see if she is picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion. I'll give you a +4 on this.
Jeez.
Ooh, a +4.
Persuasion.
Let's go.
Wow, 25. Very nice.
Nice, boss.
So, she chuckles again, but is a little bit less of a stuck-up person when she replies, and she says, I see that you know Goro-san's secret technique. Very well. What is it you're truly after, Miss?
You can call me boss.
I'm not going to call you boss, but okay. What is it you're after?
All right, you can call me Bo.
All right, Miss.
You can call me boss.
Miss Bo. What is it you'd like?
I just wanted to say hi. You look like you need some help, and I wanted to come and offer you my services.
You overheard my yelling at Johnson here. So you are interested in doing a little bit of legwork for me, are you?
Perhaps, and maybe some.
Oh God.
Personal.
I'll work your legs.
I'm trying to think about. I don't have a good comeback. I'm so bad at flirting. I swear to God. Yeah, and I'm definitely for the professional part. But I mean, if you're also looking for some personal help, I'm
gonna let you down easy. Not into inputs. I prefer outputs. Like that one over there. And she points at alcove.
Oh.
Ouch. Okay. Well, can't win them all.
But looking past your social faux pas, Johnson, give her the details. And Johnson reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small notepad and says, right, Miss Akiba needs someone to acquire her a recent Biotechnica bioengineered falcon. It's being held in one of the research labs in the Little China Combat Zone. And Miss Akiba would like that falcon for her own purposes. Now, out of character, what I would say is that you might not even know what a falcon is, because actual birds are something that went out in like early 2000s.
Okay.
So most birds are pre-collapse, so yeah.
Now, there are bioengineered birds floating around, but they're still a major rarity.
I see. So it's a biotechnica, like it's a falcon that is like bird shaped. It's not like an actual like human that has like.
No, it's an actual like bird.
Okay.
Legit bird.
And it's bioengineered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So yeah.
No, the firm is Biotechnica.
Okay.
The bird that she's looking for is an actual pre-collapse living creature.
Oh.
I see. So I don't know what the word falcon is.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. But I heard the words biotechnica and I kind of like tense up a little bit. But because it's still a job that could get us some money, I try to ignore it and push past it. And I kind of like shake my head a little bit and be like, well, because I don't really know what a falcon is, I'll kind of look to Demi and be like, or maybe, well, she seemed to be interested in Alcove, so maybe she can give some more more information to Alcove. So I'll look over to Al and be like, do you wanna help me out here, bud?
So you done with your floating?
I mean, she's not interested in inputs.
Well, you gotta try. All right.
I did try.
So
I mean,
plus, I kind of want to take a step back because I don't want to show any like negative like attitudes towards what she's looking for.
Well, and I think Demi would say, noticing that boss is kind of like hesitant, especially when she notices that she tenses up on that dimension of Biotechnica. I try to cover for her by saying, whatever you want us to get for you, we can definitely do it, boss.
You're saying that to me.
No, I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying like calling her like boss because she is just who's the one who's offering the job.
Oh.
Yay, confusion.
Yay. And then I'm confused. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So I think Akiba just sort of says, very well, Johnson, give him the usual finder's fee. And Johnson sort of reaches again into his pocket and pulls out 500 ebb and puts it in Boss's hands and says, there's your advanced payment. On completion and delivery of the Falcon in a usable state, you will be awarded a grand total sum of 4,000 ebb.
Is that really low for
a job split 4 ways? That's actually rather decent.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. So I will take the 500 ebb and look over to the others to see if they have any like clarifying questions.
Is there a certain time frame you want us to deliver the Falcon in?
As soon as possible.
Any known entities hunting us down and that will try to interfere with us retrieving the Falcon?
Good question.
Apart from Biotechnica, who we're going to be taking the Falcon from.
Well, let's just say that birds like that are a exotic piece, if you get what I mean.
I see.
Divine usable state.
That's actually a good question. Define usable state. Does it still need to be capable of flight?
Yes.
Okay. So we will need to invest in cage transportation.
So I still don't know what this thing is, so I'm gonna assume that Al knows all the good questions. So be like and trying to like piece together what
did she already say
about.
Like what specific lab it's being held in?
Yeah. No, she hasn't, but I was just sort of waiting to give you that information.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
Do we have a specific rendezvous point where we could meet you or a contact number we will be able to reach you at, or will we specifically just drop it off at a dead drop?
Oh no, you'll give it to Johnson in person, and Johnson, go ahead and give him the details. So this time Johnson pulls out his agent and sort of shows you the screen. And what you're seeing is a Biotechnica lab Looks fairly innocuous from the street. It's your standard sort of stark white building, maybe about 2 floors. And one entire front side of it is mostly glass. And then behind it is a big bunch of corridors and hallways and laboratories. And Johnson sort of says, all we know is the Falcon's somewhere in this building. We don't know where specifically, but that's your problem, not mine.
Okay. Do you know the security level of the building itself? Or is it
Again, your problem, not mine.
Okay. Anything else we can all think of?
Nope. All I need is an address. That's all. And
Yeah, and part of that is giving you the address.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you can think of, Celadon?
Phoenix will kind of just like wave her agent over Johnson's agent and be like, don't worry about it. I'll just download this and we'll figure out the rest.
All right.
All right. So with that,
so the number is a no then. And I point the finger guns at her.
Oh no, not the finger gun!
Oh, not the finger gun! I facepalm.
Akiba just sort of rolls her eyes and starts walking away, and Johnson and the other bodyguards sort of fall in behind her.
Darn. Well, we got a job. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Anything else we need to pick up? Anyone want to grab a new weapon or armor? We still got time.
No, I got it.
Ooh. Are we still all stocked up on ammo?
Are there any places to upgrade any of the biotechnica enhancements that we have? Any of the like exotic features that we have? Is there any way to check if is there anywhere we can upgrade?
I would say that if you want to get something like biosculpted, they can set you up with someone, but it's not something they could do right away. But if you wanted to get something chrome related, like an actual like artificial arm or an artificial leg or work on an artificial limb, that they could do here. But the biotechnica style like exotic modifications, those generally need like a hospital to do.
Got it. Okay.
It's not like there's a random black roaming around or anything.
Yeah. I think we would just go then.
I'm trying to see like based on trying to see what I could probably get with the money I got. Let's see.
So we got an extra 500 in the pool, right?
Yeah.
I already spent 1,050, right?
Yes, because you also put in for the steak.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I would have 1,200 left after the steak, and then with the 500 between all of us.
I might want to go see how much it would cost to get some upgrades to cyber optics. Because right now all I've got is low light vision and some amped hearing.
Okay.
And if we're going to be investigating a big security place, having someone besides Celadon who might have some extra perception might help.
I gotcha. Tell me a little bit about the modification you're looking for specifically, because I don't think the jumpstart rules have them, but I can make something up here on the fly. So what are you looking for upgrade-wise?
My thought was like either get some thermal, a couple of like vision stuff to see like if there's the basic like
Well, you want predator eyes?
kind of like check for like, and then like check for electrical currents on like
EM fields. I get what you're going.
EM field basically. I was trying to find the words for it, and all I could think of was saying it's kind of like what that kid from Mega Man Star Force's goggles. If you've ever played that.
Never played it though.
Wouldn't it take a while to like actually install those things though?
Oh no, that's one of the beauties of cyberware is that as long as you're not like actually doing a full board process, they can be installed very quickly.
And I've already got the eye, so it's just replacing them.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, Alcove, where it's not necessarily something we need to role play out, I think. But I would just say it will be a flat fee of 500 EB to get your additional enhancements.
That's fine with me. I can take out of mine and we can keep the 5 we got there because I've still got some because
All right.
I've not spent anything yet, apart from meat. So
So, any other goodies you guys want to grab while you're here at the night market?
Oh, go ahead.
Did the I mean, I would just like to check in with the pack to see like if I can get my keys back already.
Yeah, Irie, I'd like you to roll me a 1d100, please.
Oh
Yo.
my god.
Ooh.
Big numbers, big numbers.
So I just /R RD100.
/R space 1d100. Yep. In 82.
That's
All
like
right.
a B at least.
Could be.
B plus.
And then I will do an opposing roll. You want me to be lower than the 82. Wow.
What?
Wow. Wow.
yo,
Cutting it close.
So, super cutting it close.
Not gonna lie, had I rolled over that, they would have taken your car and just left you sort of without a car. But because I rolled under, what I'm going to say is when you go back to the Skylar's booth, the kid's there, he happily hands over your keys and says, yeah, we got it done. Hopefully it's to your liking. There were some really weird people sort of hanging around the entrance. The night market guards were handling them, but I don't have to worry about us stealing your car or anything. Why would we do that?
I just hum loudly and stare at him.
Nice, thanks. I need to take the keys back.
Is there anywhere in this night market that has instruments and like musical, like maybe tuning equipment and scraps and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. There is not only I'm not going to call it a guitar stall, but they do have guitars on sale here, but there's also keyboards. There's some sort of brass instrument, which out of character is a trombone, but you don't know what the hell a trombone is in character.
Okay.
There's a saxophone. Again, you don't know what it is in character, but it looks interesting.
Yo.
There's also a bunch of amps, a bunch of speaker systems, things of that nature.
All right. I'm gonna kind of look to the others and be like, I saw them selling some guitars over there. I'm gonna go check that out and then start to head over. Do I know if anyone else plays an instrument or like, because obviously I carry around a guitar. Is this something that we've asked before? I can't remember.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think you're the only one, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I know you all might not be that interested in that, but I'm gonna go over here and go check it out.
And yeah, the shop owner is a standard sort of mook, bald head, ganger leathers, maybe a little bit of a punk style to him because, of course, he's selling musical instruments. He has to be somewhat of a punk. But he sort of pushes up his mirror shades and says, all right, what can I do for you? You already have the guitar, so I'm not even going to try to sell you that. What are you looking for specifically?
I was looking for some replacement strings, a couple good picks, maybe. Maybe if you have like a good amp or something. I just want to. So my previous band, I had to kind of leave a bunch of my equipment with them, so I wanted to kind of get it back up and running again. Right now, I've been playing this baby acoustically, and I pull out my guitar, which has all these like little extra charms on it that are many symbols of my previous band, and it has these these little wings on the neck of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like small purple angel sticker.
Yeah. And I just say, I was just wondering, like, what have you got to get me playing at least what do they call it when you busk, and at least to get me busking again,
And he sort of leans in and inspects the guitar and he says, Notori brand. Yeah, we've got that here. And he actually moves over to one of the display pieces and pulls out a purple-hued speaker, puts it down in front of you, and then he says, hold on, I have more somewhere. And he sort of looks around and he He goes, here they are. And he pulls out a bag of picks and sorts out a few purple ones, again, to Tory Brand. And he says, hold on, there's, what am I missing here? Oh, right, can't forget that. And he reaches down beneath the underside of the booth and pulls out what is essentially a memory stick that he sort of shows you and says, I figured you probably could use a fancy bit of recording equipment as well. Now, all this together, 1,200.
1,200. How about if I... Oh God, I don't have my guitar tuned or pulled out.
You was going for the persuasion.
I wanted to. Oh shoot! I haven't tuned my guitar. IRL.
Oh no.
Shoot! I'm not prepared for this. So I IRL, you mom struggling. I because he's looking at it, right? And maybe what I'll do is play a pretty famous whatever the one famous song that the previous band had, which would probably be the lullaby, Say's lullaby. Oh shoot, I don't remember how it goes now. It's not tuned. I don't know if you want to. Actually, it's not that bad. Actually, it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll take it. Go ahead and roll me a play instrument for me, please.
Yay.
Yeah, here we go.
Nice. Hey. Okay, character sheet, actions. Oh, not actions. Play instrument.
Yep, just under performance skills.
14. The guy, Steve, as his name is, Steve just sort of nods and says, yeah, I can see this. It's had some use. If you don't mind, I can fix something for you. And he reaches in and twists one of the I forget what they're actually called, but the knobs up top where he's actually tuning it. And he just doesn't do majorly. He just turns it maybe about a half turn. He says, "There you go. That should get your high notes a little bit more peaky."
Sounds good.
Nice.
So nothing rings any bells for him. He doesn't recognize the song.
Roll me a reputation.
Oh, here we go.
How do I do that again? Oh yeah,
Is it going to be Return of the Kid?
It's in actions.
Return of the Kid. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and he says, "Nah, sorry, I don't really know that one, but
okay."
there's a lot of don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good instrumental and otherwise music going on out there, but hey, with this equipment, you'll be up there with the best of them. I hear good things. The Osmium Ocelots are looking for a new band member if you're interested in that.
Oh no!
I bite my tongue. Yeah, they're great.
Damn.
I've met them before. I had to, but yeah, I think it sounds good, and I'll just hand him the 1,200. Just kind of shot down.
I love it. All right. Well, of course, you also go back and get your suit. It has been tailored to your specifications.
Yay! Do I have to roll anything for the tailoring?
No, I think all Templar says as she hands it over, I think she just says, now you're going to want to be careful. If you get in a firefight, it's only going to work for so long before you're going to have to bring it back to a tailor like me to get it fixed. Mm-hmm. But I left you a little something in the coat pocket. She winks at you.
Nice.
Nice.
She just got her number.
And yeah, so I don't eagerly check it right away, but I smile back at her and kind of give her a wink back, and while I'm walking away, I'll do the little motion for I'll call you with my hand by my cheek in the phone shape and be like.
So it's actually one of those things, Yuma, as you sort of gather everyone up and you actually check what's in the pocket. It's not like a card or a piece of paper. It's an actual memory stick, like the kind you would either stick into the back of your head or into an agent.
Oh, okay. So Yeah, I mean, I want to check it out, but I probably want to check it out in private or like not out in the open like this.
Maybe in the car.
But I'll hold on to it. I'll keep it safe. Same with the memory card for the guitar and all that stuff.
Gotcha. All right. Well, anybody else have any business they want to do at this night market?
No, I think I'm
good. I think that's good.
All right. Then that is where we draw the session to a close as you return to your car in the new paint scheme. And I'd like to flavor that Demi does a nice peel out and drift out of the parking structure. And we will resume this next week.
Yay!
So yeah, what did you guys think? Did you have fun and all that?
Super good.
Did, yeah, that was awesome.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, well, let me... Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to add that as we peel out, it's really good to feel the hydro burning and go as fast as I can be every night and day.
Nice.
Feeling the wind on my face is great.
Nice.
And do you feel a difference between before the...
Oh yeah, the handling is much better.
Nice.
I love it. All right, well, this is where I'm going to end the YouTube recording. So Twitch, stick around for a little bit longer because we are going to raid somebody. But YouTube, this is where I say goodbye. So later, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.